All right.
You're
We're
so
on.
mean to me.
We're on.
I know, but you're so mean to me.
Everyone should be so mean. I was speaking to someone yesterday. She said the problem with me is that I'm not mean enough to the staff.
Who said that?
That's what she said.
Shari, that person.
Shari D.
No.
Yeah.
Say that.
Tell Shari D that
She
you
didn't
hang
say
up
that.
on
She didn't say that exactly. I said that, and then she disagreed.
Thank you.
Oh, I see. So, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
But
I see your nose is growing.
But I think she's correct.
Exactly.
Anyway, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Pinocchio. Listen, it's getting cold out there. It's December, I think tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Does anyone know that poem about the days?
Yep.
All right. And then in 2 days from now, we have Thanksgiving.
What?
Is everyone ready? Is everyone prepared?
We're not doing that again. We did that once last week. That's it.
Yeah.
Wait. It was last week.
That was last week.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Groundhog
I was just
Day.
checking.
I
wanted to see how awake everyone is. All right. So did we have good Thanksgivings?
We did.
Yes.
We did.
Anything eventful happen? Any family squabbles or anything like that?
No.
No.
Everyone was well behaved?
Yeah.
Thea?
Yep.
Anything happen? No, nothing eventful? Nobody has a belligerent uncle that likes to talk about politics?
Nope.
No. Although I have
you guys
to say,
are so boring.
My best friend's brother had a really, really funny sweater that I couldn't stop laughing at. She posted a picture. It was like, unvaccinated and ready to talk politics. Happy Thanksgiving 2021.
Who is this? I want to marry them. Who is it?
Starting a fight.
I was dying. I was like, that's really funny.
And they wore that to Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I love it.
They were looking to start a fight. So, but there were no this one was upset because you went to your aunt's house and she wanted you to come to her house, and then none of that stuff happened.
No. Nothing.
Okay. No, if you're just joining us, good morning, everybody. And we're trying to understand what went on for Thanksgiving. My first question is if there was any belligerence at the table. There often is. Or if there was any upset. I've never seen a Thanksgiving that hasn't had some drama personally. So this might be a first.
You've hung out with the wrong crowd all your life. Because
you mean my family?
You said it.
My family, a.k.a. the wrong crowd.
The wrong crowd.
I have to put this thing on that. I actually like your family, so can't do that.
Yeah, they're relatively cool. Thea, are you okay?
What?
You're yawning.
Are we boring you, Thea? Are we boring you?
I'm tired.
Would you like to put your little head down?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead. You take a nap, and we're going to talk. Hey, we still have is the Black Friday sale still on?
Yes, it is.
Jack, tell me about that. What's the deal?
Cyber Monday is extended. So we still have,
Ooh.
We're extending Cyber Monday, and we're still offering the $249 promotion on it's more than half off actually, our 20-day extension. Plus every Black Friday purchase is being entered into a drawing. We're giving away 5 20-day classic rounds.
All right. I think that's too much. I'm against this.
First of all, super exciting.
Monday's one day. Cyber Monday is one day, and now it's being extended for how long?
I'll keep you posted.
She's feeling generous.
Feeling generous.
We can't have a Black Friday promotion that lasts forever.
All right, let's go to Wednesday.
Cyber Week.
Cyber Week?
Is that a thing?
Cyber Week is a thing.
Did anyone get anything cool? Did anyone purchase anything cool?
I didn't purchase anything cool, but a handful of things that I did buy. I'm grateful for those extensions on sales because I didn't get to shop at all this weekend because of Black Friday, our Black Friday.
Listen, your failure to plan is not Amazon's emergency. I just want you to know that.
Amazon is failing me. I'm just saying.
Amazon always delivers, literally. So, hey, let's get started with our testimonials, Jen. You have a testimonial?
I do.
Okay, let's do it.
So this is from Jenny A. And she said, to Dr. R and staff, thank you. This program has helped me become more aware of food and not being afraid of eating healthy fats. Also to plan meals. Before the program, my mindset was to not eat or to eat less, and that's so untrue. I look forward to seeing everyone each week. They always encourage me to do my best. I not only consider them healthcare professionals, but friends and also my extended family.
That's nice.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, very good. So I know
Jenny's
who
very
Jenny
sweet.
A is. And
Yeah.
you know, some of the people watching right now might know who Jenny A is. She's the kind of person, she's very warm, right? She makes herself known. She makes herself available. If you're watching, say hi, by the way. Usually Elizabeth says hi, right? Bola.
I can't see.
Nobody's commenting yet.
Nobody's commenting. No, we have a bunch of voyeurs this morning. I can't say words like that in front of Jen. All right. Do you have another testimonial, or is that it?
That's it.
Oh,
Okay.
there's Jill. Hi,
Hi,
Jill.
Jill. Jill, did you have a nice Thanksgiving? Yes or no?
Well, she said give her a second to type.
What do you mean? How long does it take to type no? Or
Maybe
yes?
she's telling you about her crustless pumpkin pie.
Ooh, that sounds good. She didn't even bring us any.
Yes,
Yes,
No,
I
she
did, she said.
Yes.
Good. And I trust there wasn't any drama like we were discussing before. All right, Jackie, do you have a good dish for us this week?
I do.
What do
I
we do post Thanksgiving? Like, how do we
Don't
get
eat.
back?
we go on program.
We gotta go up program.
There you go.
Exactly.
Which is a
You
program.
get a program and you get a program.
We need the sign, the Oprah sign.
That's what I
Remember
actually
that
posted.
you get a car and you get a car.
That's
I
Corinne's.
posted that to our page yesterday. Actually, you get a discount. You get a discount.
All right, Jack. So
Um,
let's get on with this recipe.
We're doing roasted eggplant dip, so kind of like baba ganoush.
Mmm.
Yeah, I love eggplant.
Yum.
So,
Baba ganoush
Mark,
can be done. Can this be done on phase 2?
to a certain extent, yes.
To a certain extent. Okay.
The
You're
one
gonna
I'm
have to
giving you is
explain the
the
extent.
one I'm giving you is phase 4. I attempted this on program myself, not using anything oil based, and it was very dry.
Uh-huh.
So I haven't perfected it myself, but I think I'll go into it. I think what we need is actually just to add more water.
Okay.
Can you use coconut oil?
You can use coconut oil, but you're definitely gonna have to use more than the standard measurement. That's why I haven't perfected it.
Got it.
And
so
baba ganoush, not everyone is familiar with this kind of food. So it originated in Buenos Aires. And
Argentina.
it can be very delicious. No, it's Middle Eastern, of course. Go ahead, Jack.
She can't talk now.
Take a walk, okay? Take a walk.
You're gonna start
walk.
snorting.
It's coming. Take a walk, okay?
All right, I'll be right back.
Nobody asked for a history lesson this morning. They asked for a recipe, okay?
Okay, let's have it.
So it's 1 large eggplant, 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, but I actually still use cottage cheese. I just remove the lumps.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of tahini post-program. I found 2 in Whole Foods that are super clean, nothing in it. You can omit the tahini. 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, lemon juice, minced garlic, ground cumin, salt, and pepper to taste. You're baking your eggplant in the oven, 400, super easy. Slice it half lengthwise, grill it, and then you puree it. That's it. Super easy.
You just throw it all together.
Throw it all together.
And you
And it's good for you can keep that in your fridge for 5 days.
Okay. Now
So
traditionally
that's really
had with
good prep food.
traditionally that's eaten with pita.
With
So how
pita
would you
bread.
recommend people eat it?
I've had it with celery. I've had it with cucumbers. I've had it with carrots. You could do. There are really good brands out there, keto chips or grain chips, where it's pumpkin seeds and flaxseed mix. So you can find really good alternatives for a crunch.
Is baba ganoush satisfying when you have it on vegetables?
See, I personally love baba ganoush in general as just it's a texture, a taste. I'll put it on top of even chicken. So I'll dip my chicken in it.
Okay. I just like saying baba ganoush. Baba
You're
ganoush. Baba
saying
ganoush.
that,
Say it 10 times fast.
I think the recipe rule is when you make these recipes, when you test them out, we should have taste testing Tuesday where you bring it into the office. Just saying.
God, just saying. All right. Next
Good idea.
No, she never does.
I have drool right now.
I did it a couple of times. I will I'm gonna try to make. I want to try to make it program approved, to be honest, because I did try it when I was on program, this recipe, and it was just dry. So that's why I'm not offering that version.
Okay.
I'll
Let me
keep
put this out there to Bola. Jill, should we have an office party and have Jackie make her baba ganoush and bring it in?
Baba ganoush. Who's coming for baba ganoush?
I want to know that, Jill. Let us know if you want us to do that. All right. So here's the thing. How many of you feel like you overdid it on Thanksgiving?
I don't think
None of
I did.
us.
I did.
Really? You did. Yeah. I did also, not as bad as some years, but I definitely overdid it a little bit. Wait, she said I did and she left.
Yeah,
Is that
she
how it
The
works?
dog is getting into everything.
Huh? She like can't face up. She's being an ostrich.
No,
now.
no, no. Sorry, the dog is getting into everything because the kids didn't put their stuff away.
Oh, okay. All right. So we overdid it on Thanksgiving, and the question now is how we rebound. So coaches, Jen, Thea, what is your best advice for rebounding from a Thanksgiving where maybe you went a little overboard?
There was steak day.
It was steak day. Okay, good. Tell us what a steak day is, Thea.
So you do not eat until the evening. You take your supplements and you drink your liquids, and then you have a 5-ounce steak.
If you're on phase 2, yes.
Right. With one raw tomato or an apple.
Okay, nice. All right. And Jen, what to you is the key to the steak day?
Super clean eating 3 days afterwards.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. So basically the steak day is an intermittent fasting day, like a big fast day. So it kicks up the metabolism, but you can't keep that metabolism going if the next day you decide that you're going to have like cake, right?
Right.
So you have to do clean eating, which is proteins, vegetables, fruits. And if you're not on phase 2, just healthy oils. I usually tell people don't do nuts because they tend to be inflammatory. So just kind of eat clean, no dairy, no nuts, but just like whole food clean eating for 3 days. If you're on phase 2 of the program, which is an oil-free phase, detox phase, then it would just be no fats and oils. But super clean again. You can't like have the steak day. It's a magical kind of tool and then go back in and mess around.
Got it.
Right.
Okay. Now, what's the benefit of the steak day, Jen, both emotionally and physiologically?
So emotionally, it gets control back in. It puts control back in. And it's like a very small way to give yourself a big victory, because on Thanksgiving Day or days that we kind of go off like that, it's a little bit of loss of control. So just putting it back in gives you that emotional control. Physiologically, it's like a cellular detox. So it helps your body eat its own cells and go clean for the day. And it amps up your metabolism at the same time, leveling off glucose levels, like regulating glucose.
Glucose meaning blood sugar.
Blood sugar, exactly.
Right. Okay,
So,
good.
yeah.
So a steak day is recommended for anyone who went crazy, and that's how it's done. On phase 2, you'll do a 5-ounce steak. If you're in phase 4, then you can have as large a steak as you want. If you're in phase 4 or beyond, as large a steak as you want, you can go crazy with it. Also, a couple of other tips. Cook the steak with coconut oil.
Right.
Right. You may also put coconut oil in your coffee on that day. So that's a good tip. And then another tip, and we were talking about this earlier, is that sometimes a person will start out with the best intentions. So they'll start out there doing their steak day, and then they get to maybe mid-afternoon and they're hungry, the blood sugar dips a little bit, and then they say what, Corinne?
I'm going to eat it.
I'm going to eat everything, right?
That's exactly right, Jackie. Evan,
Yeah.
I'm going to eat everything.
But basically you say, okay, no, I'll start tomorrow. So it can become like a constant start tomorrow thing, right? One of the keys to this steak day is understand that you're going to feel that way going into it. And you have to make the decision that you're going to push through it. It's just one day. If you have problems with blood sugar, as everyone knows, I often do, what you should do is actually make the steak the day before, cut a couple of 2-ounce strips, and then during the day, you can have a couple of times 2-ounce strips, and you can have a piece of an apple with it.
Like a modified steak day.
we call it a modified steak day, right? We don't want anyone passing out. We don't want anyone, going on like a 6-state murder spree.
Right.
We want everyone to have a successful steak day.
Yeah. And what also helps is if around 3 o'clock, because that is the witching hour, people get hungry, they can do coconut oil in their coffee or tea, make like a butterless bulletproof coffee. So we call it H3.
The coconut oil will get you through.
It'll get you through.
I have a question. I remember a couple of times when I was on program, and I don't remember if it was just because of my particular scenario, but the Premier tomato, can you have that on program, on steak days?
Jen, how do you advise clients?
I've never come across that question before.
Because that's a really good filler. I mean, I use it honestly, even as like a marinade. I make soups. I like the Premier tomato. I don't know if enough people know.
So the answer for me would be yes.
Yeah.
Premier tomato is a supplement that we use.
I have it.
And it's basically powdered tomato. And you can make it into a soup. You can make it into a sauce. It's really good. You can spice it up. You can put your coconut oil in that. And it's delicious. And it's a great source of nutrients also. So that's another trick that people can use. People can use that trick on program also, right? You get the Premier tomato. That's what it looks like, Jackie. Come on, Vanna, hold it up. Good. All right.
And it lasts forever. I've had this a really long time.
Yeah, and it's really nice. So it's a good trick that can be done on program. It could be done other times. And in the winter, what's more comforting than tomato soup?
Well, that's why I'm saying so. Like I noticed for me, when I did the program, my initial time on program was right before Thanksgiving, all the way through the New Year, straight through for 60 days. And then you gave me your little trick, so I'm going to give you a plug here. But I put coconut oil in this, and I blended it with the immersion blender and the Fiesta seasoning that we sell.
Yep.
And you just do like a little bit of the pink salt, and it's like I was having a tomato soup.
Yeah.
It makes you want to sit in front of the fire, doesn't it?
It does, but there were times at the office where we'd be crazy busy, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, and at the time we were closing at 7 o'clock, or we had clients there, and we weren't leaving at 7, let's say, and I'm like, okay, it's a steak day, I'm hungry. Like now I'm all of a sudden, and you feel like you can't focus. That helped.
Yeah, it's a great source of potassium. So it's a great source of micronutrients. And like I said, we use it as a supplement, but it's like having another meal.
Yeah.
You just have to forego the grilled cheese. So, yes, Jen.
So grilled cheese is yum. One of the things about intermittent fasting is you should really up your potassium levels. So tomatoes, we recommend tomatoes and spinach, and that's why that Premier tomato is such a great supplement. But also in between, if you're doing intermittent fasting, it's great to do an electrolyte. And potassium is one of the best electrolytes. So you want to keep your body well hydrated, and that's one of the ways to do it. So.
And that's also where Hydrovitalize comes in.
Right.
Right. And the pink salt, because the pink salt has all of those micronutrients as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the pink salt in the Premier tomato in the soup is delicious.
Right. It's like a
steak for me, I used to actually enjoy them, to be honest with you. I used to chop up, I'd make like a cucumber, a tomato salad minus the cucumber, and just like put big, huge chunks of tomato, and then I'd have my steak. So it was like I was having like bruschetta over it, obviously modified, but it was good.
Yeah.
I paced myself.
Sorry, go ahead, Jack.
No, that's it. I paced myself. That was it.
Yeah, I was going to say my favorite way to do a steak day is to do it in the crock pot with tomatoes and then oregano. So it's like a little bit of a Sayol. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
what exactly is a crock pot?
That sounds good.
It sounds like an insult.
You want me to go get mine?
Yeah.
No. You don't have to show it to us. But what is a crock pot? What does it do?
It's not like a pressure cooker. Pretty much you cook something long and slow, or you could do like high. It's
like the opposite of the air fryer.
It's like for stews, isn't it?
No, you can do stews. I'm ignoring Jen. Block her out.
It was you.
Trisha, didn't I tell you you're responsible to make sure nobody drinks while we're doing this?
What's in that cup?
Exactly.
Like I honestly use my crock pot around, especially this time,
a lot.
Even more so in this. I do it in the summer, believe it or not. But it's easy because if you're working a long day, you could set your meal, come home, it's done, it's cooked. There's very minimal cleanup. There's no work, no pressure.
I don't know how to use a crock pot.
Yeah, what's the technology of it? How does it provide heat?
It's plugged. It's electric. You plug it into it, and it's a ceramic basin. You know, and it comes out. So, for example, today I have chicken in mine because we're doing. I don't even want to say the word because you're gonna make fun of me. But we're doing tacos, Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. Yeah. But I'm making like a Tex-Mex chicken. So don't look at me with that face.
So, in a crock pot, the kind of thing that you would use if you want to kind of slow cook a meat, for example, make it very soft.
Yeah. I used to make soups in it. I used
to make soups. How does that work, Thea? What did you use as a base?
Vegetable broth and water, and I just put a bunch of vegetables in there, and I just let it cook for on low all day. And then also when Harmony, my dog, when she was sick, I was making bone broth for her, so I would put it. I'd take the bones of a chicken and I'd leave it in there and I'd leave it for days and it would just disintegrate and I would give her the bone broth.
Super healthy. Yeah.
It's great.
This year,
go ahead, Jen. Sorry.
It's okay. I was going to say this year I did my mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving in the crock pot.
Exactly.
First time ever. So easy.
Balls in it. Like there have been a couple of times where on Sundays we make sauce, but if we're like back to back, like a birthday party or practice and we're at home, you can leave it in there safely on, low. And
does it have a timer?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I refuse to cook with anything that doesn't have a timer.
Honestly, Dr. R, this actually might be a good thing for you, believe it or not, because it's a different version of like the air fryers, just, throw it in there, set it and forget it. But this is where you can make a larger variety of meals.
I have a feeling I like this thing because I could just put it on and leave for the weekend and come back and I'll have a great meal.
Crazy. Okay.
It'll go off.
It'll go off, but you could literally.
Why can't I do that?
Morning and have warm dinner ready for you at 7:00.
You can leave at 5:00 in the morning to go on your ski trip and come back home and you'll have dinner cooked.
Or go skateboarding.
Really? And that sounds like a hearty dinner. I could make a hearty soup. Thea, when you were making those soups, if you wanted to thicken it up, how would you do that?
Oh, yeah.
I'd put less water.
That's it?
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't put anything else in it. More vegetables, less water, and to make it a little thicker.
See, I'm always concerned with cooking it long that it'll dry out. So I always feel like I have, if anything, I'd have to add to it later on.
I always put it on very, very low for a long period of time.
That's probably why.
Okay. And how do you know when it's done?
Well, it goes off.
You stick your finger through it. You stick your fork through it.
It goes off when the time you said it, but
you're forking it.
You can stick a fork in it.
You're done.
Oh,
literally.
You're done, Dr. R. You're done.
So corny. All right, maybe I'll get a crock pot. Maybe I'll experiment with it. Is there a crock pot that's also a food processor?
Okay, that's stop being lazy.
Because other
Okay.
do you not know men?
No, you'll listen to me. I've seen you go food shopping. Go to Whole Foods, get
I'm
the
good
onion
with the shopping.
ready.
Wait, Jackie, you see him go food shopping? He sends us with lists and has us go food shopping for him.
Did you ever?
When was this?
No,
I don't know, Dr. R. When did you do that?
I don't recall ever doing it.
No, listen. When you've gone to Whole Foods, you come back with a shopping bag. You get your onions chopped already. You can just throw it in. You can make it so easy.
Trader Joe's has that mirepoix, the carrots, onions, and celery frozen in the bag.
What's that word?
Mirepoix.
They have it fresh too.
When Jen said the word, I was scanning labels in my head. I'm like,
there are more fancy ways to name chopped vegetables than anything else, right?
How about just chopped vegetables?
Crudité, right? Crudité, mirepoix.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So what else do our clients have to look forward to for the rest of this year, which, by the way, is not going to be very much longer?
No, how crazy that we literally, guys, we are a month away from 2022.
God
almighty. What your clients have to look forward to is being skinnier than they were when they started, being healthy, being happy, and feeling hopeful. With a renewed zest for
that's
life.
Good. I wish I had thought of that.
That's good, Corinne.
No, but seriously,
You get that receipt yet?
Listen, I want everyone to appreciate the opportunity here. The opportunity is to head into the new year in a much better place.
Absolutely.
This is what I feel like people sometimes overlook. Most people have the idea that they're going to go crazy, right? As if they haven't been going crazy all year. So they're going to go crazy now because they're afraid of missing out on something. I mean, it's Christmas, for God's sake, you're supposed to. And then they're going to start come the new year. In the meantime, there's no momentum. All the momentum is negative.
Right.
So I want to challenge people to start now, set a goal for the new year, and then just burst into the new year. I mean, new year, new you. That's how it's supposed to be. Am I right about that, or am I wrong?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have a lot of clients who actually are doing mini rounds, a 20-day round between Thanksgiving and Christmas, taking a week break and jumping back in. And I think Jackie said recently, which I didn't really think about it like this, when you think about the holidays, it's really only 3 days, right? 2 or 3 days.
Exactly what I was going to say. You have so now for us, cristmas, or same thing, Hanukkah.
Right.
Any holiday.
Oh, it's Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
For any of these holidays, you're holding off on the potential of losing 10, 20 pounds, depending, right? Some people could essentially lose a lot faster between now and the new year. So in a matter of 4 weeks, potentially being down a huge amount or up a huge amount. And you can't stop for those 3 particular events. These 3 particular events are not going to stop you. If you eat 3 times a day for 30 days, right? I mean,
I wanted to separate you two because you were giggling before.
Are you moving us around?
It's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Rubik's Cube.
Exactly. The Brady Bunch.
God, if only life was like this. I could mute everyone. I could move them around.
Imagine that power.
Thing that you were going to
That's what I
Don't
said.
worry, it's coming.
Oh boy.
You don't worry about that. I'm all over it.
Those 3 meals, those 3 holidays, or whatever it is, you want to. Also, a lot of people say, "Okay, I'll start the new year." New year, the first day of the year. What's the first thing you're going to do? It's on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Start Monday.
So a lot of people are going to say, "Okay, I'm going to go out. Okay, I'll wait till Monday." By the time you get to Monday, it's already January 3rd.
And there will always be another party. There will always be another event.
Always.
Always.
Do not hold out.
You talk about the 3 days, but the problem is that there's the eve, right? So there's the day before, and then there's the day of, and then there's all the parties. So it could theoretically be 3 days. You're right, but I recall very clearly when I was a young man living on the Upper West Side, and it was New Year's Day. It wasn't the modeling period, but it was New Year's Day. We had gone out, we'd gotten to bed like 5 o'clock. And so me and a buddy of mine, we sat down to watch all the football games, right? So it's a big day for football.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't know. Okay.
Yeah. And one of our friends left to go to see family or whatever. And he came back about 12 hours later. We were still in the exact same positions. The only difference was there was a bunch of food around us, right? We were ordering.
Yeah.
We barely got off. If we didn't have to pee, we wouldn't have gotten off the couch at all.
I'm sure. But I just think that in the grand scheme of things, if you really focus on, and this is not, this is not to sacrifice anything, but it's really, if you're looking at what it is that you want out of this, if you don't put it in, you're not going to get it out. And the truth is, if you want to get off that vicious cycle, right, Jen? You're ridiculous.
Wait, I separated you two, and so you're still at it.
It's a mind meld. Anyway, yes, you're 100% right, Jackie.
But it's true. If you don't plan for it, and it's not to say you may fall off the wagon a couple of times in between. Let's say you do get started, and maybe you really go off on that holiday dinner or that that work dinner or whatever it is, and it's not a punishment. You're still moving in the right direction. It's worth the risk to fall off than to not try right now.
Yeah, so that's actually where I was going to go with it. So everybody looks at weight loss like punishment for what they did rather than reward to treat their body right. So we kind of have to change that mindset a little bit. I'll have clients who come in and say, I cheated this weekend. And if they're not on program, if they're not on a phase of a program, if they're in the after phase is where they've lost weight. And I challenge them to look at it like it's a treat day, as long as it doesn't turn into a treat week or a treat month. But we have to change our mindset about punishment and reward with this. So just like somebody says, I'm exercising. Oh, well, you're exercising because you're honoring your body, not as punishment for what you've done.
And I want to encourage everyone to start exercising if they're not. Idleness has been a problem in the last 2 years more so than ever. So I think we mentioned last week that I'm going to be taking up snowboarding. I invite anyone who's listening to come snowboarding with me. All right. If nothing else,
bring the camera.
You can help me.
I'll bring the baba ganoush.
Bring the baba ganoush. Bring the crock pot. We're all going snowboarding, and it's going to be fun. And damn it, you're going to like it.
You're gonna. I'm not sure if we're done with this, but before we go, I just want to let everybody know that obviously December 1st, starting tomorrow, both of our offices, we're doing a Toys for Tots collection.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Can we post this?
Yes, it will be posted. Both Cranford and Marlboro completely separate. They're going to 2 separate locations, but we are doing a collection. I believe it's until December 15th or.
And what kind of toys are desired?
Anything unwrapped. So there's no particularly desired toy, unfortunately, because it's going to those who.
Wait, what do you mean everything unwrapped?
Unwrapped and new.
Unwrapped, brand
new toy. Like
why can't it be wrapped?
Not with wrapping paper.
No, not wrapping paper.
Why?
Because they have to separate who it's going to. So boys of a certain
Like age category, yeah.
Okay, so they would probably just rip off the wrapping paper anyway if they had.
No, they'll separate and they'll take care of it.
It has to be new. It can't be all. I must have some old toys around here.
We don't want any of
it has to be new in a box.
All right.
Probably do.
I probably have. I think I have a
potato
Nerf
heads.
football from like 1978 here.
It might be worth money.
I have some brand new Mr. Potato Heads if we can.
No, don't get rid of those. Don't get rid of those.
That's why I bought them.
So did my mom.
All right, enough about Mr. Potato Head. You're all Mr. Potato Head as far as I'm concerned.
You're a Mr. Potato Head.
We're going to get going. We'll see everyone next week. I think after that, though, we're going to go on a break until the new year.
Yes, maybe we should announce that. So
I just did.
that's that.
All right, good. So that's going to be it for this week. Everyone have a terrific week, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Be well.
All right,
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.